2004, since my father gained the platform of Hotel Rwanda, I watched as he traveled the world speaking about not only the lessons of the genocide, but also speaking out for the people of Rwanda. And so I always saw how bravely he would talk about the abuses of human rights, the letters he would receive from people asking for him to use his platform to speak about them, and then the attacks that he received. Yet he was always very calm, always very measured and respectful, and explaining the situation, but also raising the alarm, saying, if you don't pay attention to what the dictator is doing, something will happen every day. And so, but then at the same time, he thought, the kids have already experienced the genocide. They need to have as easy as a life as possible. He would say, live your life, but just be aware of what
this is another lesson for me now. I should not push my son or my stepchildren that care about people.
They know and they care. I'm sure he listens, he knows, and he cares. And so this is what you're bringing to him as a mom. And so I would also always pretend to my dad, like, yeah, sure. Like, I'm listening, but I was paying very clearly attention.
You did.
And so they tried to assassinate him several times. They've broken into our home several times. But again, to protect us, had sent us to the U.S. To study, and then I ended up going to university in the U.S., and then I started working in finance. I was living in New York City. Just having fun with my girlfriends, traveling the world. I was just working. I was having the time of my life in New York. I was just dancing, going out, seeing my friends. I was very carefree, but always listening to what my father would tell us, right? Always telling. And in fact, he was always really concerned for my safety and my siblings' safety, because he knew he was a vocal critic of the regime, and this regime that had already tried to hurt him and our family several times. So, but we would always say, like, Dad, you're exaggerating. Like, I'm fine. I'm in New York. Like, what could
nothing
they do?
Gonna happen to me?
Yeah, and even for him, it's like they've tried to hurt you, but like here you are, and you're fine, and you're strong. Sorry. And the reality is that he was right to warn us. He was right, and we should have even paid more attention than we did, because what happened in 2020 changed the entire course of my life.